This is the model showing you some of the major parts of the urinary system. Start with the left side showing you the kidney. You can see the outer part is the cortex and the inner part is the medulla. So these structures are called renal pyramids. You can see several of those throughout. At the tip of the renal pyramid is the renal papilla. Okay, that's where the urine is flowing through into this area called the minor calyx. So here's another minor calyx and another minor calyx. Those drain into a major calyx, which is this vicinity. And then major calyxes drain into the renal pelvis and then out the ureter. This is going to go to the bladder. Okay, additionally, you can see parts of the cortex that dip down in between the pyramids. These are called renal columns, and this is actually where some blood vessels go up to meet up here. So let's go over circulation. You can see here the renal artery comes in, turns into a segmental artery, then interlobar artery, and then when it wraps around the top of the pyramid, it's called the arcuate artery, and then coming off the arcuate artery, radiating out from that, is the interlobular arteries. Those are then ultimately going to lead to the nephrons, and you can see there's an afferent arteriole that leads to the glomerulus, and then an efferent arteriole comes away from the glomerulus. Okay, so then the veins would then carry the blood back out and then leave ultimately through the renal vein. Okay, so then the middle part shows you structures of a nephron. So what you have here, and the two major parts of a nephron is the renal corpuscle and the renal tubules. So the renal corpuscle is these little ball structures right here, and that's going to be a capsule and a glomerulus that makes that up. And then the second part of the nephron is the renal tubules. So you have here the proximal convoluted tube, and then the nephron loop, this descending and ascending limb. Then that gets you to the distal convoluted tube, and then those come and converge into a collecting duct. So this is a collecting duct right here. Over on the right side of this part, you can also see the circulation leading to the nephrons. So this is the arcuate artery and then interlobular artery, and then these little things here are showing you the tiny glomeruli, I guess. All right, and then over on the right you see the renal corpuscle. So the corpuscle is consists of the capsule, which is this out part called the Bowman's capsule. So this is the parietal layer, which is simple squamous. The visceral layer, which actually surrounds the glomerulus, that's made up of these specialized cells called podocytes with these little foot-like processes called pedicels. So then the glomerulus is this capillary right here, and then the afferent arteriole leads into it, and then the efferent arteriole comes out. That's where the filtration is going to occur. So all of the glomerular filtrate is going to then flow into the tubule system. So this right here is the beginning of the proximal convoluted tube. So that should do it. That's the overview of this model.